Good morning, everyone. All right, see if that mic is better.
Hey, Matt, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I can't hear you. Hold on.
Can't hear me.
Hmm, 1 second.
Well, they hear both of us.
Now I could hear you, but I can't seem to hear you on my good speakers. I could hear you on my bad speakers. Say something again.
Weird. Hey, I'm here.
Okay, good.
Looks
Thank
like
God I
they
could
can
hear
see
you.
me.
Uh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What was the last thing you said?
So it seems like they can hear me. So
Yeah, no, 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 no. Everybody could hear you. It's. I think my computer needs to be upgraded. This happened before with my speakers. It's just one of those things that happens. But I got these little USB hears so I could hear everything. How are you guys doing? How's everybody doing today? Glad to be back. Glad to be back in the saddle. Uh, Happy to be home. Got a lot to talk to you guys about. Want to thank Cam for sending me a nice little care package. He sent me some tamales that his wife made. I was
Mm.
eating them last night, and then Angie sent me a care package. She sent me some sausage and some preserves. What are you drinking there? It looks pretty good.
just a Coke.
Mm. Yeah, you got to cut out from that Coke. I got stop drinking that Coca-Cola. Where is my oh, there they are. There's my participants. Let me open up the chat, say hello to everybody here. Also, let me go to YouTube, say hello to everybody there. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me just get situated here. Let me get situated here real quick here. There. Usually I'm a little more organized than I am right now, but well, it is what it is. Let me go to Roger Scott. Oh,
Oh,
I
I
did.
gotta show you our Uncle Roger candle.
You have a Uncle Roger candle?
Yeah, we do. We got my wife bought
Huh.
it.
Uncle Roger candle. I like that. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Wilford. How are you? Good afternoon to you. Hey, Susan. How are you guys? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Good to see everybody here.
There it
Only,
is.
only 24 people. Yeah, let's see it.
It's a
Let's see.
Hanukkah candle.
Let's see. Let's see what Matt's got here. Wow, that looks great. Love it. Love it. Love it. Hey, Murray. How are ya? What is the Jules IA notebook? Julie's Julie's IA notebook. Not sure. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Vernon. Hey, Murray. I'm glad everybody's doing good. If I have not wished you happy holidays, I wish each and every one of you very, very happy holidays. And oh, Julie is my cat. Hey, Rochelle. Glad to hear that. Hope she's okay. I have a lot to talk to you guys about. Going to give the room just another few minutes to fill up. JNS, how are you? Tony the Tiger says hello. Penny, how are you, Penny? You're on the YouTube side. If you guys are on YouTube or if you guys don't mind, go to YouTube and hit the like button. Also, I wanted to show you something interesting that I got this I got so I travel quite well, not a lot, but when I do travel, I have some extra monitors that I like to carry with me. You could see right here, I have a monitor right here. And the stand that comes with it is very, very flimsy. It's the case, and one wrong move, and it completely goes disarray. And I was just having the worst time with it on my trip. So I went on Amazon. I said, finally, I've had it, and I got this little thing here. Look at this. It's this is it, Matt. Check this out. This is it right here. It's
Oh,
smaller than my palm. You could see it fits into my palm, right? And it,
yeah.
it doesn't take a lot of weight, right? And you unfold it like this, basically. You unfold it like this, and you have a perfect stand that you could position a gazillion different ways, as high as you want, as low as you want, and your laptop goes perfectly on it. And it's not one of those big, it's not like this. Let me show you. It's not one of these things here that
Hmm.
that like you need a special, you need a bag for this. Trust me, I've bought it all by now. So it's really, 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 really useful. It's really useful. So if you guys are interested in it, it's carrying size. And now I have my laptop right here, and it's like even if there's an earthquake, I'm shaking it right now, and it's very stable. I can position it how I want. It really makes it a pleasure to have, and it was like $10. So highly, highly recommend you guys get one of those if you're traveling. Really useful, really, really useful. Who makes it? It's made by Listen, Lisen. It's called Listen, and I got it on Amazon, and it is. I mean, from now on, I don't even know what I'm gonna do without it. Let's put it this way. It is the coolest thing ever. I think. I mean, this thing is the bomb, and it's very heavyweight. Yeah, listen. Let me show you a link here, real quick. Amazon.com. Listen case holder for iPad or whatever the hell it is. Right here. This I guess they make a lot of them. I'll send you I'll post you guys I'll send you a link or I'll give you a link, but it's here I just ordered a bunch of them. Not a bunch of these things. I ordered here it is. There it is. It's this one right here. Here, here's a link, and here we go on Zoom chat. Let me give you guys this thing. Hey Adam, good to see you. We'll talk about the market in a second. So anyway, it's really useful. It's literally like 4 or 5 inches by 4 inches. It doesn't take any room. I highly recommend it. It's like the best. I don't know how much does it cost? Let's see here. $10. It's the best $10 you will spend. Okay. And it's really heavyweight and solid. Nice, huh, Matt?
It is nice.
Yeah. 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 All right. Now,
I really like your double though.
you like my what?
Your double screen.
The double screen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that's at the office.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That one is great. That one is awesome too. But that one, sometimes I don't need all three monitors. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I always do.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but it's just too much. It's just too much, way too much. But yeah, it would be nice. All right, let me take TC 2000, share it with you, and we can get going here. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to do that. I don't really recommend too many items, but if I see something that I know you guys will like, I recommend it. Funny, I was in my hotel walking down the stairs, and I see a guy using exactly my monitor, like a setup that I have. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. I like that. All right, we got that going on. Yeah, I mean it's $10 if you travel and if you have a second monitor. I don't even think twice. I mean, you'd be foolish not to do that. All right, let me share my screen.
All right.
Right, we got that. We got all of this. We don't need to be looking at Amazon unless we want to buy Amazon. All right, all right, all right. Can you see my screen, Matt?
Yep.
Thanks, Cyrus. Yeah, I don't make any money from this. I mean, but it's just so cool. I mean, this is really nice and so convenient. I mean, I now I'm going to be using this monitor every chance I get because this thing is just makes it so easy to use. The other one, you have to like you blow on it the wrong way. It you guys know what I'm talking about. These things right here. These things right here, they're not much of a holders, like put this in here, clip this there. Ah, it's a pain in the ass. Anyhow, enough of that. Providing the name again. Yeah, here's a link for it. Better than the name. Here's the link. You can just go to Amazon and buy it. It's like $10. As you two are on computer, buy the best. Yeah, I mean it's honestly, it's not even about the best, Murray. It's about size. I don't want to buy something too big. I want something really really small and something I didn't have to screw in. You just buy it, it opens up, you put your monitor or your laptop on, and it's good to go. All right. All right. So the bond market. Notice the bond market is breaking down. This is very, 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 very bad. Very, 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 very bad. Um, this is not good for the market. Also, in terms of fundamentals, um, a few things we should pay. I highlighted here. Let me go through a few things I don't like. All right, China is not looking really great right now. There's a credit crisis in China. Really, really, really not good at all. Their property values are not doing well, and you guys know they've tried every possible stimuli, but nothing that got better at all, at all, at all.
Yep.
Matter of fact, things are only getting worse there, and a lot of U.S. companies are actually leaving China, which is not good. Not good at all. Now, let's talk about U.S. home builders. Matt, did you know that inventory levels have not been this big since 2007?
I did not.
Yeah, inventory levels have not been this big,
Not been this big.
and not only that, not only no, not I'm well, Art, thank you. Not only that, but car lots, car lots right now are extremely overflown with inventory. They just did the Christmas report came out today. Like what happened on Christmas sales? Not a good report at all. So a lot of this is bad. And again, we don't know what will happen with this whole tariff things. It's a question mark. I'm just going to say we just don't know, right? And that's what the market is pretty much saying. The market doesn't know. There's something there, but it doesn't know. There's uncertainty around this. Now, with all of that, the bond market, the Fed lowered rates again. Matt, do you remember the date last week when they lowered rates? This whole like last few days is like a um,
Um, was it Thursday?
was it last Thursday or was it last? I think it was last Thursday. Today's Friday, so it was
Or
about
was it?
8 days ago. So
Yeah,
it
my
was
phone always on Thursday, so it's the 19th.
the 19th. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So it was. You sure it wasn't right here, the 18th? Well, no, you're probably
It's
right.
either the Wednesday or Thursday. Here, hold on, let me look.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Art, I use laptop monitor. I'm using one right here as a secondary backup. Yeah, I use them all the time. Supplemental screen. I'll have to get it to you. This is a great screen. It's made by KYY. It's a great screen. It's 15.7. It's like $99. It's plug and play. It works really, really great, and I'll post that for you later today. And I have a couple of things I've been meaning to post: and my backpack, and also the link to this monitor. Both are tremendously helpful to me. Okay, thanks, guys. Look at the big drop on the market. They'll tell you. Well, I just want to make sure. I want to make sure. So it was the 18th. It was this day right here. That's what I thought. I thought it was this day right here because it's
Wednesday.
gap. Yeah. So if it happened right here, this is when they lowered rates a quarter of a basis point. And I told you guys we're right at this crucial level. And if we break down right now, right here, we could be going down substantially further. Okay. We could be going down substantially further. And
Yep.
notice the last few days, this is bad. So why are real estate inventories at the highest level? Because you've got uncertainty with interest rates. Because here goes the Fed lowers rates, and here we are. It's a big slap in the face, right? How about what about car inventories? exactly the same thing. It's a big, big problem right now. In other words, interest it's money's becoming more expensive. And if you look at the US dollar, which we'll look at, this is the futures contract, you could see that we're not really reneging at all. We're just holding off. I mean, this isn't anything great right here. This is pretty awful, actually. Okay. Um, when I say pretty awful, I'm talking about for commodities, for gold, this is not good. This is not good. I mean, it just depends on how you look at it. And interest yield, because if the US dollar stays up, then yield is firming up or getting stronger. So this really does not help us. Now let's look at volatility. I showed you this morning and we talked about it a little bit. And I said today, guys, pay attention, pay attention to volatility levels. We've got 4 hours. We've got 2 months here. And I told you that the biggest factor, we were right here in the morning, and I said, watch, we're breaking up again. Now, more likely than not, because we're going into the holiday right now. I mean, New Year's is a big holiday. The odds are we're going to spike again, but I'm looking for a smaller spike, probably around here, maybe up here, around those levels. Otherwise, but I am expecting a spike. And one of those reasons why is because if you look at the S&P 500, we're breaking the 50-day moving average. Now, I know I probably said it. I don't know how many times I've said it. Um, let's see here. Brett says, I'm glad to hear that, Brett. Uh, you guys remember this whole discussion about mags are the only thing that's holding up the markets. If mags give out, there's nothing really there. RSP continues going down, and if mags go down, there really isn't anything there holding us back. Well, today you've got RSP going down and you've got mags going down. They're all going down. Okay? One of the reasons why the market's down so much. Is there anything holding the market up? No. Up till now, up to last week, you could see up to 2 days ago, up to the Christmas holidays, mags were really holding up the market. Look, we're coming up here, 3 days up. Look at the SPY. SPY's rallying hard. SPY makes it look like we're going up, but look at the problem here. And folks, what I'm saying right now is really important. Now, I'm in a good mood. I don't want to start getting into controversial discussions. I'm going to say things you may not want to hear right now. If that's you, if you don't want to hear what I have to say, then just close your ears. But you see, we couldn't take out the high. And when you can't, and again, this is not a political discussion. This is not about me trying to sell you on any stock. This isn't anything except just pure technical analysis. If the SPY can't break through this level, this is a pivot, and that's a pivot of a lower high. And lower highs are not a good thing to see. I think the election. Thanks, Glenn. I think the election rally has been over for a long time. I mean, RSP had so many down days in a row. I think the election rally ended somewhere around here, like around look at December. This is December, guys. It's been one hell of a December. And again, this is 493 stocks. Now, here's the scary part. This is the scary part right now. What I'm about to say. If mags give up the ghost, if these seven stocks give up the ghost, and by the way, let's go in a little bit. Notice they couldn't break the high here. Notice they couldn't break the high. This is the peak high, and they couldn't break the high. That's a red flag right there. Another red flag. Now, well, Roger, you're being nitpicky. They couldn't break the high but they couldn't break the high. They couldn't break the high. And now we're breaking below the 15-day moving average. And the 493 stocks are doing this. Now, I hate to say I told you so, but remember this morning when we were talking about, I don't have to even do that. I could just pull this up here. Um, I was talking to you this morning and I was showing you how in the S&P 500 only 23% of stocks are trading above the 50-day moving average. And this is a really, really, really uh, uh, a low number, and that a very vulnerable number. And the Nasdaq 3233. Now Russell 1000 is interesting because Russell 1000 is 1000 of the biggest stocks. It's like extending the S&P 500 from 500 to 1000. That's really what it is. In effect, that's what it is. 27%. So large
It's
caps
low,
are in the
but we are seeing all three indices trading at lows of the day with the VIX back to highs.
Max. Is that is
So
Matt? Is that your trader exchange?
Yeah, it's going off.
Yeah, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't losing my mind.
Nope, you're not.
Well, I may be, but that's a whole different story to begin. Anyway, folks. So large cap stocks, medium cap stocks, small cap stocks. Look at that. That's bad. That's bad. That's not good. Um, I have nothing good to sell you today. What else is really bad is if you look at the Russell 2000, we're tethering, yes, tethering on the 100-day moving average. Although we did make higher highs here, that's a blessing. So the market is not reacting to this lower rates, lower rates, lower rates. Okay? Not at all. Not at all. Don't like the momentum. And one last thing I wanted to show you here. There was one last thing I wanted to really quickly show you. We talked about it very briefly this morning. Oh, oh, it's nice to get away for a few days and then come back. You feel so much more relaxed. Look at momentum levels. This is all stocks that have been trading for 6 months over $2. You got 34% here. 34. It's a very low number. And I'm going to tell you something even worse. The 200-day, which determines if we're in a bull or a bear market, and I mean that literally. We're now at 53%. That's bad. Phil says, do you think we would be seeing the same if institutions were involved at the moment, or it would be worse? The truth is, Phil, I have no idea. I don't know. Because on one hand, the liquidity would dampen this, but on the other hand, the liquidity can increase it. You see what I'm saying? It's one of those things. It's one of those things where it can go either way. And for me to sit here and tell you with definite confidence one thing or the other, I would be lying to you or pretending that I know something that I don't, and I don't do that. So I'm just being honest with you. I can tell you this, that based on what I'm seeing in the broad market, if your question is based on the recent history, then it would be even worse. But again, see, they dampen a lot of the liquidity. You know, look at volume on IM on down days. Yeah, I mean, it's not a certainty. It's not a certainty. None of it is a certainty. Can't really give you a question. Do you think that considering that after today there's only 2 trading days in 2024, do you think that today may have to do with locking in profits? So I'll tell you what today has to do with, guys. I'll tell you exactly what today has to do with. Today has to do with the fact that there's hardly anybody in the market, and you've got these automatic algos probing the market, just probing the market for highs and lows, and they're trying to poke at least resistance. And this morning, when I looked and I showed you this morning, I said, guys, momentum levels are really low. And I said, here's what I said. This is what you guys are missing here. Look at the number of stocks. Let me make this a little bigger so it's easier for everybody to see. Look at the number of stocks. What are you doing, Matt? Are you constructing a chair or something?
No, I'm plugging up my laptop. I moved to the table and it's gonna die.
I got you. There's 13 stocks making 90-day breakouts. Excluding ETF, there's 10. Think about that. Boeing and QMCO and Tiva I like, and Grid Dynamics and Blackstone, Toyota, Joy doesn't look bad. This one doesn't look bad. But now let me show you something. Let's go back, I don't know. Let's go back 3 months ago. Oops, sorry. 3 months ago. 192, 113. Not a really crazy high, but 100. You've got right now, you've got 10. And here you've got, oh, this is right now to the downside because market's down. As of this morning, it was 15. So this is what we started the day with right here. We came in right here, 10 and 15. There's no momentum. So what they did was they said, oh, they knocked on the door, okay? And they said, oh, we feel that there's some weakness here. And they opened the door. That's all that's happening right now. This type of momentum doesn't it doesn't tend to sustain itself. It tends to be more like this. Whereas institutional momentum can really, really move. I mean, let me give you a good example what's driving the market right now. Volume on the SPY is 19 million shares. We're halfway done with the day. More than halfway. Well, yeah, about halfway done with the day. The average volume is right here at 46. Look at where it was. Let's see here. Look at where it was beginning of the year right here. Right there. Look at volume. 110 million, 61 million, 53. The average volume when we started the pit was about 70 to 80 million a day. And now the average is about 40 to 50 a day. And today we're at 19 million. There's not a lot of volume here. Good, Brett. Good to hear that. So we got to be careful. We got to be really careful. Momentum level is poor. There's nothing driving the market, and we're finally getting below the 50-day moving average, which means we could start finally taking shorts. We have a high, a second top, which is lower than the all-time high. The all-time high was right here, and we tried 3 times poking through it, and we couldn't. And now we look like we're turning down. This is starting to look like a bearish trend, and the bond market is breaking down, and the long-term trend is bearish. Yes, it's bearish. And that's nobody could say I'm wrong on this. This is pretty objective. This isn't, well, maybe you're no. That's how things are looking right now. And again, if you look at SMH, that's semiconductors. That's the AI. Remember AI? Remember all that? And I told you it's not going to sustain itself. Yeah, this is your AI right here. Nothing. Just nothing. So right now the market needs a catalyst. We're definitely not going to get a catalyst till next year. Right now is the time to relax. Right now is the time not to be a hero. Right now is the time to trade with nominal size. Where is the value line for SPY and TLT? What is the value line, Polly? What is the value line? Can you explain to me what a value line is? Because I don't know what a value line is, but I'm sure you do. You could tell me. What is the value line? All right. While we're figuring out what the value line is, while we're figuring that out, let's start with our shorts. All right. Costco's breaking down. Once showed us where hedge funds start buying. I wish I knew where they were going to start buying, but right now we're not there yet. We need to first get above the 50-day moving average. You mean you're talking about the VWAP, anchored VWAP? Okay, I got you. This is not the time to get above the VWAP. We're way below all those levels right now. If that's what you're asking, Paulie, we're below all those levels. The key is you see the red, white, and blue right now? This is what's in focus right now. Blue, white, and red. The 50-day, 100-day, 200-day moving average. Those VWAPs don't mean anything on the way down right now. They're all up here. We need to worry about this. If you want to get specific, here, I'll show you. I'll answer your question. I understand what you're saying. You mean point of control. Point of control, not point of value. I understand what you're saying now. Thank you for explaining because I didn't understand what. Here, I'll show you. I have them laid out right here. So here are the moving averages. We are right here. Here they are right here. The yellow. So the first one, the quarter to date, is right below us at 588. Then you have the 100-day moving average. Then you have the 200-day moving average. And then you have the year to date value at 532. So the next ones are at 587 and 533. But honestly, when you're going down like this precipitously, yes, I said precipitously, I care about the moving averages a lot more. Once we get stuck, once we develop a trend, I'll worry about these. But right now, I'm worried about a major shakeout taking us to the major averages. You know, this is a breach of a major moving average. For every one person that uses, basically what I'm trying to say is everybody and their mother uses the 50-day moving average. So this is a major level, and it's a compression breakdown. That's a major technical violation. That takes precedence over what, and I'll explain to you why. What are we doing with the VWAP? We're showing where institutions are buying or selling. Well, when an institution see the S&P trading below the 50-day moving average, they halt their buy programs. So it doesn't really matter where they're buying or not because they're not buying anything. They're going to wait for us to get above the 50-day moving average. They have instructions. Right now, the boss has his a big boat parked somewhere in Ukraine or near Ukraine or I don't know where, Germany or whatever, and he's enjoying his vacation, the winter break by Malta or somewhere, and he's telling his junior associate, halt any orders if the SPY break below the 50-day moving average. And right now, the SPY is breaking the 50-day moving average. You see that? Compression is when you have cost here. See, that's a compression channel, and we have a breakdown. I'm going to give you guys a bonus trade because it's a holiday. How far we want to go? We'll go next week. Let's see. You're going to buy the at the money, 935. You're going to sell the 925. You should pay probably between 350 and 375. You're going to buy the 935, you're going to sell the 925. You have $10 profit potential. You're risking about 350, 330 or 350, and you can make up to $10 on it. Okay? Just giving you a little bonus because it's the holidays. I would maybe do one contract. Can the algos make the VIX move? Well, the VIX the VIX moves based on what's priced into the S&P at the money options. Yeah, it's just a yay or a nay kind of a trade. It's not a big deal. I'm sizing it and giving it to you, so if it's a total loss in this market, it's not going to hit you too hard. I just gave it to you, Ralph. Hey guys, for anybody who's asking me this question, here's a link to the YouTube channel. Just go there, rewind it, and see it for yourself. All right. All right. A little. You know what? I'll post it. I'll post it in the pit. How about that? I'll post it in the pit. Let me post it in the pit. 1 second. All right. All right. All right. There you go. I gave you the entire spread. All right. Let's continue now. Let's continue. Let's see how the market's doing here. Yeah, so I don't like what I'm seeing right now. And the fact that we couldn't take out this high is very, very bad. Look at this. Look how many times we tried. Not good at all. And I don't like the fundamental backdrop either. Now remember, this is a bonus trade, very, very small size. So, MDB, another short. See, it's compressing here. See how it's breaking out of the compression? And look, intraday, it's doing exactly the same thing. Okay? I'm going to go to puts. I have a feeling it's it's not as spready as I expected it to be. We're going to go about 28 days out. We'll do the spread. We'll buy the 240 and sell the 245. And we'll make sure that, sorry about that. We'll buy the 240 and sell the 235. We're going to buy the 240 and sell the 235. And we're going to do this for less than $3. Okay? January 24th. You put your stop right there at the 15-day. See how it's breaking down? Looks very nice. Very, very nice. If I'm missing some questions, please just ask again. I might have just missed some. I just don't want to get too focused on the Q&A. I want to stay focused on the topics here. Already gave you that. Guess. See how it compressed around here, how it's breaking down of a compression? 15-day EMA, about 1488 is a stop. I would go down about 21 days. 82 delta, 1475 put. I've been telling you guys to short the stock for months now. Another compression breakdown. Notice how the daily and the intraday look similar, how it hit the VWAP, bounced off right here. I would put a 15-day EMA as a stop right around 14. 21 days to go. 95 delta. Right here, 15 put. You don't need to look any further. This one needs to break the 200-day moving average. It's not ready yet. But when it does, you would go to the January 17th, 69 delta, 110 put. When you say buy and sell, when I say buy and sell, Dave, they're both calls or both puts. They're both calls or both puts. That's a vertical. You don't buy and call or put. They're both calls or both puts. Thank you, SM, for posting it. Oh, good, Cyrus. So, Dave, yeah, all calls are all puts. All right, we don't discriminate. All calls are all puts. Same thing with NOC. It's down, but I prefer to break the 466 level. But look how it's breaking down nicely. I would probably go ahead 21 days out and buy the 470 and sell the 465, except the spreads are awful. Next Friday, Ellen. Next Friday. Let's see. Yeah, snow. Matt, I was looking at this earlier today. Look how it's filling in the gap. Where is Matt? I don't see him here.
Right here. You
No,
can.
I know
I
you're
mean,
there. I'm not. I need to turn up my screen to see you here. Right? Oh, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Let's see. I can't even see myself. How can I expect to see you on the screen when I can't even see myself? Let's see, maybe here, maybe there. Oh, there you are. What are you doing hiding all the way down there? There you are. Now I see you.
yeah.
Now I see you. Ugh. All right. Let's continue here. Could possibly be a gap fill. You can add it to your notes, Matt. Breaking down nicely. May want to do it for a gap to green, possibly. January 24th expiration. 69 delta, 167.50 put right there. You're having some you're having some influence on Cyrus, Matt, with your Coke.
Oh.
By the way, folks, I am doing a class. I'm doing something that I do once a year. I thought they were going to do it today, but they messed me up. I'm doing it on Monday. I don't know why I couldn't do it today, but I'm doing it on Monday. And let me see if I can give you. Do you have the CTA for that, Matt?
I might. One sec. Let me check.
All right. I may have it here too. No, I don't have it here.
Yeah, I have it.
I want to make sure they give me the right one. And folks, make sure it works, okay? Because this morning they gave me one that wasn't working. And I want to make sure that it works.
That's the one that's on the sheet.
Yeah. Can you guys make sure it works? Because I know this one works for sure. Right there. Here's turning point. This one, Matt, works for sure. Okay. Let me just go to the chat here. All right. Open the chat. This one works for sure. All right. Anyway, Matt, keep this one in your mind, okay? I like these two. I like the 69 and the 73 delta, and I like the 167.50 and the 170s right here. Because if we break down, this snow is going to fall faster than it's going to melt faster than snow, and it's got a nice little descending triangle here. That you could see right here. And a breakdown of a compression right into the gap. Okay. Okay, webinar registration page. Yeah, definitely. That's going to be where I give you my predictions for a year. Remember where I gave you all those stocks, NVIDIA, top stock. What was the weakest stock? The medical company, Humana. Well, I got all that other stuff for you guys. Guess what? I got all new stocks for you. Want to know what my favorite stock for 2025 will be? Monday at 1 o'clock. Want to know what my most hated stock will be? Monday at 1 o'clock. All right, so those are my short stocks. Let me give you my long stocks. The list is very long list. Urban, I would put my stop somewhere. I would actually not trade at all, but if you insist, I would go long and put my stop right here about 52. Clyde, by the way, is at the doctor's. My wife had to give him a sedative and take him for his blood pressure. So he's getting his blood pressure exam to make sure that so they can finalize what pills to give him. That little rascal. No, not Wells Fargo, Murray, not Wells Fargo. I gave my list to the copywriter yesterday, so I already know what they are. Put my stop right here, about 52.26-ish or so. I would go about 28 days out, January 24th, 71 delta, 53 call. Somewhere right in this ballpark, right there. Yeah, me too, Cyrus. Me too. Where am I going to get my trading picks from but for Clyde? Yeah, he cannot take the stress in the market. Exactly. Load him up on catnip. Top of your list. Richard, I haven't had GE on my top of my list in months. GE hasn't been on my list in Matt, when was the last time GE was on my list? Like 9 months ago, 8 months ago?
Yeah, my birthday.
Yeah, it
I
was a
think.
long time ago. Uh, Urban was about 28 days to go, January 24th expiration. All right. My second long stock is right here. I remember I drew the VWAP right here when this thing crossed. SLM, I still like it. I would put my stop right here at about 26.70. I'd go about 21 days out, about 68 delta, 27 call right around here. Good, good, Angie. So right here, 27 call, 21 days to go till expiration. Now, let's take a look at the Fang stocks right now, real quick, okay? Tesla couldn't take out this high. Big, big red flag. Couldn't take out this high on this pullback. That's a big red flag. Not saying the rally's over. I'm just saying that's a big red flag. You guys know how much I like to see higher highs taken out. That's bad. But considering the time of year, Microsoft, not good at all. At the 50-day moving, breaking the 50-day moving average. Not good at all. Monday, 1 p.m. Yeah, it's going to be Monday at 1 p.m. I promise you, PD. Just go ahead and sign up Monday at 1 p.m. There's two links going around. The link that Matt gave you and the link that I gave you. The link that I gave you should be the right link. Let me give it to you again. Yeah, I think that's the right link.
There it is.
Can you make sure that's the right link, Matt? No, it says Monday, December 30th at 1 p.m. Yeah, we got the right link.
Yep.
We got the right link. All right. All right. Don't scare me like that. Don't scare Uncle Roger of Vulnerable. Microsoft not looking great. Meta about to hit the 50-day moving average. And look, guys, you see what I'm talking about? Not being able to make a new all-time high. It didn't all the way back to beginning of December, like 2.5 weeks ago. Even though mags were going up. Netflix was on my radar. It's still considered a very strong stock, but look, made an all-time high here, and look, tried many times, couldn't do it. That's not good. Good, guys. I'm glad it worked. Let's see, Google. It was on my list the other day. Made an all-time high here. Still looks good, but again, I want to see it take out the highs. Not sure, Jeff. I would try to make it. I'm pretty sure they will. Which one did I miss? I got Netflix, I got Google, I got Meta, Apple. I missed Apple. Apple, folks, is the only one that made a swing high.
Yeah.
Apple. Look at that. The one that only won, the only Fang stock that made a new high is Apple. It's good for Apple, not good for any of the other stocks. Very, very bad. Very, very, very bad. Did I miss one? I might have missed one, but I don't think so. I think got Meta, Netflix, Google, Microsoft. Oh, NVIDIA. Thank you, Omar. I knew I missed one. Oh, oy, oy, oy. Now, speaking of NVIDIA, look at this. All the way, even before December. Amazon. Thank you, Paulie. Not good at all. Lower high. Lower high. See that? Lower high. That's very, very bothersome. Which means the market now, the mags, the mags need a catalyst to make a higher high. If they don't get a higher high, no good. So two things I'd be looking at right now. I want to see the mags make higher highs, and or I want to see the RSP. It's hard to even say this right now because of where it is. I want this thing to come alive and start roaring, or I want IWM to roar. The problem is the odds are none of them are going to roar because if you don't, you can't have too much divergence there. I didn't say anything about shorting mags, Sean. I don't want to look at MSTR right now, Omar. I want to do exactly what I'm doing right now for everybody's benefit. Okay. So my point here is that none of them are looking good right now. And if none of them are looking good right now, we may be in a steepened state of choppiness or more downside developing really, really soon. All right. So right now, be really, really careful. Be really, really careful, especially on the long side. This is a very vulnerable market. And as I said, I've been saying this now for 2 weeks. When the mags give out, what's going to be driving the SPY? If you don't have any love here, you don't have any love here. This is bad. This is bad. So we need a catalyst. We really, really need a catalyst right now. Also, if TLT keeps going down, it's not going to be pretty. All right, Matt, do you have seasonality for us? No,
I
no.
do.
Remember, Polly, what I said last week? Get a mitten. Get those oven mittens where you can't type and sit on your hands. I said that's the best thing you can do. Yeah. Go ahead, Matt. I'll undo my screen, unshare my screen.
Here is the long side. Accuracies are high, profit factors um, not high across the board. Got some laggers. Healthcare has some strength. Utilities hanging in there. Real estate looks pretty good. Financials, energy. Uh, that's it for our sectors. Here's the short system. So this is what's funny. Accuracies are lower here, but profit factors are higher if you're looking at kind of across the board. Nothing I would look at myself though, because either we don't have enough in the sample size or the accuracy is not there. So one of two ways, all of those are getting ruled out. Here's 10-day hold. Healthcare is notably strong. 8.57 profit factor, 84% win rate on a 2-week hold, which is pretty remarkable. Consumer discretionary doesn't look too bad. That's decent. Those are decent numbers. Same thing with tech, industrials, and financials. Communication also moving with tech. Low sample size, so we don't look at it too much. And that's it. But healthcare is really the standout.
Hmm.
We go to numbers. Almost there. There we go. All right. Number on the long side for today. The long system is firing with 319 out of the 550, or really 318 out of the 550, moving with it. Short side doesn't have a lot of compadres here, 74, the 550. The 2-week hold, it's got 86 with 70% or higher, or 85, and 246 with a 60% or higher.
Hmm.
And profit or break even or 2-week hold starting today at the close. 408 out of 550. So seems like overall broadly the market tends to move up the next 2 weeks. 408 out of 550 is a pretty significant number. Not the highest I've ever seen, but that's pretty up there.
Yeah, just a comment for me, my personal comment. I often notice that the end of year and beginning of the year rallies are driven by retail, and I'm not seeing any retail rally at all. So we could see
institutions are gone.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any retail rally. So usually that rally you see beginning of the year, end of the year, beginning of the year, that's usually driven by retail, and I'm not seeing any of that. We saw a pretty good one right after it wasn't Christmas, it was like what was the period?
After New Year's.
After New Year's. No, I'm talking about earlier in the month. Like earlier in the month,
Oh, yeah.
we saw like that last rally we saw. It was a good retail rally, but that was like 2 weeks ago. But we haven't seen one at all. So I would be very, very careful. We're not seeing any signs of a huge rally coming in at the beginning of the year. There's zero catalyst, and things, as I said, things are not looking great at all. So let's be really, really careful right now. You can think of it like this: you can always buy once the S&P 500 proves itself. Right now, China's not helping us at all, Omar. I started off with that. China is hurting us, and China is not looking good at all. All right, folks, great session as always. I think we actually accomplished quite a bit. I have no idea why it says that, Brendan. Webinar has this notice. I don't know. I don't know why it says that. I thought of you as my professor, but in fact, you're a maestro. Well, thank you, Kirk. I appreciate it. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you back on Monday. We'll be at the office on Monday, right, Matt?
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll see you back. We'll see you Monday. Have a great break. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And I'm always here for you. Okay. Thanks a lot. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye, everyone.